Today, it's raining a lot in Saigon. I wonder what it's like where you are. Is it sunny or is it raining? In summer, we often wish to travel, and I'm sure many of you already have plans for upcoming trips. Well, today, San wants to share something I've been thinking about doing soon: solo travel. In the past, I was often asked if I had ever traveled alone, and my answer was always no. I don't like being by myself. I feel that when I eat something delicious or see a beautiful sight, I want to share it with someone. It could be friends, family, a lover. I never thought I would travel alone. But recently, I suddenly felt like I wanted to try that feeling just once. I want to experience life on my own, without any influence from others. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Actually, this thought started from recent trips where I met some young people traveling alone. I didn't feel they were lonely or pitiful at all. Instead, I truly admired them. They could go by themselves and experience everything. It was amazing. Because sometimes, I admit, I'm a bit scared. I'm afraid I won't have fun. I'm afraid it won't be safe. There are so many things. But on my trip to Hue, I met a young girl. She's been a long-time fan of my podcast, and we met at a train station, the one where San was traveling from Da Nang to Hue. She stopped by to say hello and take a picture with me. Afterwards, I learned she was traveling alone. I chatted with her and found her really interesting, sweet, and there was something I admired about her. She was exploring places she wanted to see all by herself. So, the very next day, San arranged for her to travel with me. I wanted to talk to her more. And it was the same on my Phu Yen trip. At Da Dia Reef, I met another girl traveling alone. Both of them were younger than me, and honestly, both of them were really enjoying their own trips. I wondered, up until now, whenever I traveled somewhere, I always waited for something, like waiting for my mom to have a summer break so I could take her. The recent Singapore trip was also a gift for her that summer. And for other trips, it was the same. I had to check if my friends and people around me had time during my travel dates, and so many other things. And I never even considered traveling alone because I felt a bit scared, as I just mentioned, a million fears. But perhaps it's time for me to do something new in my life on my own. I've traveled alone quite a bit before, but it wasn't for leisure travel. I've never experienced solo*leisure travel. For example, for work, I often go to Hanoi alone, or I travel alone back to my hometown many times, but most of those trips had a specific purpose. But to visit new places, experience delicious food and beautiful sights, I've never done that alone before. You know, many young people really enjoy traveling alone. They capture memories. And suddenly, I also started to like that idea. What I find interesting about being alone is that I can focus more on my own feelings without paying too much attention to everyone else around me. Because honestly, on every trip, I'm usually the one planning. I always try to find places everyone wants to go, places everyone will be happy with. Often, I feel that when I go on a trip, I want everyone to have fun. I pay more attention and focus on the people traveling with me. But sometimes, I feel like it makes me forget if I am having fun, if I am focusing on those beautiful sights, or if I'm just caring more about those around me. Actually, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. I think traveling together and caring for each other is essential. For instance, when I went to Singapore, I was very worried. Is Mom tired from walking so much? Will Mom be exhausted after a whole day at Universal Studios? Is she having fun? I always paid attention to things like, does Mom like this food? Is she excited about this ride? I felt responsible. But what if I travel alone? I'll try to satisfy myself more, won't I? I won't have to worry too much about everyone else. And recently, I've had trips with friends, with my mom, with family. So, maybe it's time for me to explore more of my inner thoughts and feelings when I arrive at a new place. And I feel it makes me so curious, really curious. What would it be like to travel alone? Would everything be different compared to when I travel with others? I personally don't mind people looking at me when I'm alone. I mean, maybe many people look at you traveling alone, they might gossip or talk, or many people are afraid someone will judge them. I think as long as we like it and feel comfortable with it, that's what matters. My biggest fear is still safety. Because when I go to a strange, unfamiliar place, I'll feel really scared. If there's someone next to me, I feel protected. And with family and friends, it's also more fun, like having someone to chat about food with or playing each other's favorite songs. In general, I think that whether you travel alone or with many people, there are pros and cons. It's just that my feelings have changed. Before, I never thought I could travel alone. Even if I was single or in a relationship at the time, I never considered it. But recently, I've changed and started thinking in a different direction. I'm really curious, and I'm sure I will go sometime soon. I just don't know the destination yet. But it makes me feel like there's something really exciting ahead, guys, very exciting. In my age group, many of my friends are already married. Everyone has their own life, busy with work, and not everyone has time like me. I can arrange my time now, but they might not be able to arrange theirs at the exact same time. Sometimes when they're free, I'm super busy with work. So finding one person or a group of people to experience a trip with me, not to mention finding someone compatible or with similar tastes, is already difficult. Therefore, if there's no one compatible, or if people around me can't arrange their time, San thinks being able to travel alone is also a wonderful thing. Anyway, I've already made a list of a few places I want to visit, both in the south of Vietnam and abroad. The recent COVID period was about 2, now almost 3 years, and it caused so many obstacles for us to experience new places and travel. Perhaps this time is a great opportunity. It's almost perfect because many countries still don't allow unrestricted entry and are quite strict with COVID regulations. Understanding that is also a part of safety. So I might start with places closer to home to get over my initial fear, to get used to it, and to really, truly focus more on my inner self. What unique place do I like most? What food do I want to eat most? Where do I want to stop and rest most? What beautiful sights do I want to photograph most? It's about finding a balance. I've also shared before that I don't mind being alone. I feel normal about it. I'm not proud of it, not in the sense of, oh, I'm alone and I'm perfectly fine. No, I just see it as normal. It's not something to be proud of or feel pitiful about. It's just that I believe everyone needs moments alone to truly focus on themselves, to feel themselves more deeply. Sometimes we spend too much time connecting with others, connecting with the outside world. This is actually very good. Having relationships and nurturing them is essential. But throughout your life, you'll need a certain balance for yourself too. It's a necessity. Currently, most of my time is still dedicated to myself, at least 60%. The remaining 30 or 40% I spend connecting with others. And you, listening right now, are also people in my life. Maybe we haven't met, but what I share today, or what I've said before and someone has listened, makes me feel like I'm sharing myself. Right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm also alone. Honestly, to say these things from within, it's very difficult for me to say them in front of many people because I feel a bit shy. I feel like I can't share everything that's truly deepest inside me if there are other people watching me. When I'm alone, I focus better, I work more efficiently. So why don't I try traveling alone to see what those experiences will be like? What I need to prepare for is probably some safety-related things. It's definitely important to find safe destinations. This is very crucial, guys. When I eventually go and gain experience, I'll share more with you. If you already have experience, please share it with San too. Leave comments on the YouTube channel. San reads your comments very often to hear your feedback. So, I'm just starting out in this solo travel journey, and I find it really exciting. There are so many places I want to go, so many places I want to experience. I also want a compatible travel companion, someone who understands me and with whom I can share and make the trip many times more enjoyable. But that's not a requirement. Because, dear friends, I can also experience things my own way, follow my heart, choose the places I want to visit, and explore everything. Then I can share my trip with everyone, with friends and family, and maybe even suggest to them one day if they want to go. I can tell them how to go and guide them. That's an experience San would really love. So, if you're shy or hesitant about exploring this world but worried about going alone, San thinks this is a sign from the universe telling you to trust yourself and start planning. What's essential is probably a plan. How to go, where to go, and certainly, a degree of safety. When traveling alone, San thinks you should have at least one person, a friend or family member who always knows where you are. If you go to Nha Trang, for example, you should inform your family where you're going and where you're staying. It's important for someone to know you're safe. It's very necessary, guys. You never know what might happen. And I do feel a bit uneasy. I'm scared when I'm always alone, unless I'm alone in my own house. But if I go out to strange places, other provinces, unfamiliar areas, I'd be extremely scared. So, we definitely need to prepare for safety, have an itinerary, a good mindset, and also bring a camera if you like taking pictures like I do. I'm thinking about upcoming trips, but of course, before embarking on those trips, I need to meticulously arrange my work. Things are quite hectic right now. I'm racking my brain to plan and work on projects for the end of the year. San will be launching a journal later this year, and I'm already taking the necessary steps to complete it. I also have other plans for next year, so I have to prepare for those now. San balances work and play, guys. It's about enjoying life but not forgetting to be diligent. That's always how it is. I hope you all have wonderful moments during this time, whether you're alone or with someone. If you're planning to travel solo, San supports you, and San will truly admire you. Prepare an itinerary, share your destinations. I'm also quite curious about some places and want to visit a few more, but I'll definitely have to ask a lot of people around me who have already been to see if they are safe places. If I could travel alone to a safe place outside of Vietnam right now, San thinks it would be Singapore. Because I just spent 4 days there, and I understand the transportation, the people, and everyone's awareness quite well. I feel very safe traveling alone in Singapore. So if you're interested, San thinks that's a good destination to experience. As for where I'll go next, I still don't know for sure. I'll probably have to research more. I never thought this would happen. I never thought I would travel alone someday. And one day, when I do go, I will definitely share my own feelings with you all. I hope you have wonderful trips in the near future. This podcast ends here. I'll catch you in the next episodes. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.